Valley were without power sometimes for 2 days. We were pumping out public service messaging. People couldn't get it. They couldn't get internet on their phones, so we had people who were stuck, and I'm sure in Downpatrick you obviously had the flood here not so long ago, unfortunately. And what we're learning is that actually sometimes the old ways are better. We also know that we have a huge transmitter in this Garda based in my constituency. If anyone knows the big ugly mast, I love that big ugly mast. And that used to be actually, analog. We used to use analog in the main. Now that's been predominantly switched off and we're all digital now. So actually there's a lesson to be learned there. If we are moving into a more unstable geopolitical situation, actually switch the mast back on. Give everyone maybe a wind up radio. Silver voices and Cambridge and Bay, not in the north. They campaign to make sure that people do have access to the landline if they need it. And I think Stornay and those other sorts of things prove actually sometimes it's actually worthwhile to have the old ways. They were there for a reason. Thank you very much indeed. And perhaps if you were caught up in what happened at Heathrow, phone any answers to your thoughts on this point about national infrastructure. You need to 104 at 12:30 p.m. on Saturday. Right, on to our next. It comes from Neil Garnham. Hello, Neil.
Hello. Should the Northern Ireland Assembly seek to mitigate welfare cuts imposed by Westminster?
Neil, thank you. So we have had the University of Birmingham Ireland Assembly seek to mitigate welfare cuts. Pat Cullen.
Well, look, let's be totally honest here. The British Labour government has just continued with the politics of austerity that we have suffered and endured for this last 14 years with a Tory government. And for me, as a politician, indeed as a nurse, I find that just devastating. It's devastating to see the most vulnerable in our society, the most seriously ill, the most marginalised being targeted with these proposals by a Labour government. So what have they done? The pensioners have targeted the pensioners and taken away their winter fuel allowance. They're now targeting the most ill in our community, and for me as a mental health nurse to see how they've been speaking about those with mental ill health and a mental illness and the over-reliance on PIPs when those people are trying to survive from day to day with a few pounds. It's just difficult.
Sorry to interject, but PIPs is personal independence. One of the changes that's being implemented is to change eligibility criteria for the people that receive them.
And then I could go on about how they treated the farmers.
I must have left that microphone in now, I think.
And we heard leading up to this election, and it made us all feel a mile, of course, from the manifestos about the majority the non-dominant people. That was going to be the saviour of everything. But what have they done? They've gone to the working people, the people that so desperately in need, and the people that's trying to struggle through from week to week. So what will we do? We'll continue to stand up for our communities and for our people and oppose those regressive cuts. They need to be done. The cuts are, you can see that they are the contraction of the British economy is caused, and that's directly of Brexit. So we need to look
I'll have to go and get that.
We need to look towards Irish unity and what we can get from United Ireland, which is our way out of national.
Just to be absolutely clear, it's clear that you oppose cuts to the welfare bill. Therefore, is the Northern Ireland Executive prepared to mitigate them? I think the price that's been put on it so far is about £150 million.
just waiting for it to stop raining so I can cook a burger.
Further austerity, which is disappointing. And if you're looking for something to say there's no more money, but actually, Minister Dr. Chief went over and negotiated an additional package for us. We continue to do that, and that's really, really important. We're not coming, what did we hear? We're not coming with a begging bowl from the north. The people of the north paid
Still raining.
40 years of it all, it's one of the things that we have to look at. It's one of the things I do actually, as a Labour MP, value, because we deal with every day, as the members of this panel, deal every day with people that are on the pit, that have had to go to and they're having difficulty with that. Positive and look after the most vulnerable in society. We are working together on the screen